guys, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another Love After Lockup, child. It was alright last night. Is it just me? When did they extend it to an hour and a half? Now listen here, Love After Lockup, I love you. But you extending it 30 minutes. This needs to be an hour show. This does not need to be an hour and a half. Who you think you are? 90-Day Fiance? That's already 2 hours. And then it's an hour and a half and you got about 80 commercials. Y'all need to go back to an hour. Y'all need to go back to an hour. Let me get into this recap, child. I ain't gonna keep y'all. First, let's start off with Rick and Ray Dean, honey. Now, Rick, he's at a lingerie shop with his roommate. What's her name, y'all? Ramona. Why does a man his age need a roommate, female roommate? And according to him, Ramona has a crush on him. That's what he said. He said that Ramona got a crush on me. I never knew. Yeah, I found out I got a crush on you. I used to hear it from my best friend. What y'all know about it? So, she may possibly have a crush on Rick. Now, let's not forget Ray Dean. Ray Dean is soon to be let out of prison. Now, you're going to have Rick, Ray Dean, and Ramona all up in the same house. Ramona said, listen, I ain't never stayed with a woman before. She only stayed with men. Why you got these roommates at y'all's age? Am I missing something? And she says, listen, I'm cool with Ray Dean. Won't start none, won't be none. Steady. She don't open her mouth to me. I won't open my mouth to her. See, only 2 ways this could go. It could go good, and it could go bad real quick. Child, honey, them 2 women, they're going to be up there fighting over Rick. Fighting over Rick. So Rick is at this lingerie shop that he had no business being in, and he can't afford. We got panties, bras, whips, extracurricular activities, toys, leather. He ain't got no business up in that. So of course Ray Dean is calling and she's talking about Ramona. Honey, she don't want Ramona there. She don't like Ramona. She's like, listen, again, if she don't start none, won't be none. Let me tell y'all something. It would be a cold day in Hades before I listen to anybody named Ray Dean. Ever. Ray Dean says, see, I'm your woman. And when I come up in your house, it's what I say. Because, see, I'm your woman. She ain't your woman. Honey, this is going to be a mess. So it's time to pay for these bras and panties. And it wasn't a lie. He done went up there and bought $700 worth of bra and panties. Excuse me. Only seen a couple of pieces. And you done went and spent $700. You should have took your butt down there to Victoria's Secret and did their 5 for 5 sale. He gonna talk about $700. He gonna talk about, I can't afford $700. I'm on a tight budget. I can't tell. You done went into that expensive as hell lingerie shop. I'm a woman of 47 years old, and I have never spent $700 on no undergarments. And I got the D's. It ain't cheap. I gotta get my bras at Torrid or Lane Bryant for these suckers. So he done spent that money he don't have. It's time to see her parents. Ray Dean's parents, child, bless their heart. Bless their heart. Honey, that father looked like he could tell some stories. That father said he done been down that road. He's done been addicted. Okay, y'all see he missing the leg. Bless it. And so he's telling about the ins and outs of Ray Dean and how Ray Dean done said this but done that when she got out of prison. And he said, listen, when she comes here to live, I'm going to keep my eye on her. Maybe I can, keep track of her a little bit. And so Rick said, hold up, what? She's paroling here? No, see, I thought she was going to parole with me. Honey, Rick was all the way shocked, honey. The papa said, oh no, she coming here. Okay? I need to keep an eye on her, all right? She don't need to be back there out in the streets. So Rick, he's a little upset by that, hurt feelings, because he thought that, Ray Dean was going to be at his house. And Ray Dean said that she was going to be at his house. So I think it was like the day before or 2 days before, whatever, he gets a phone call from Ray Dean and the C-19 done hit the prison and she ain't getting that. Ray Dean said that it is protocol that they get locked down, okay? No one leaving, no one coming in. You gotta stay quarantined, child. So, of course, he gets all upset. His feelings is hurt. He couldn't continue his confessional. He left. He got on his motorcycle, and he drove down the street. Let's move on. Let's talk about Taylor and Chance. Somebody said in the comments, Biggie, give me one more chance. Give me one more chance. First things first. So, Chance, it's time for him to get out of prison, y'all. Y'all see Taylor? Taylor said, don't mess with me. It's 6 in the morning. I done put a little spritz and a curling iron in my hair. I done put on my makeup. I got on the sweater and the tightest, shortest skirt I can find. And she said that to top it all off, I got my thigh-high boots on. I done got from JCPenney or belt. $19.99. Y'all think I'm playing. What y'all know about the JCPenney and the belt thigh-high boots? Honey, that's what she put on. So she goes to the prison. Of course she's excited. Here comes Chance. Chance, kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. I will say this. None of these dudes are atrocious looking. You scrub them up really, really well, cut that hair, shave this up a little bit, they ain't bad looking. Chance got all his teeth, honey. I said, come on, Chance. Plus. So they're kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. Chance is going to talk about he went into that good old grocery store and he said that he flirted with the little teller and she done gave him the money, so he tipped. Thank y'all for the comments that, honey, y'all was like, Sass, we got banks inside of the Krogers. We got more banks inside of the grocery stores than actual banks. I was shocked. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never heard of that. No banks inside of grocery stores. Boy, how convenient is that? That's so convenient to me. Anyway, thank y'all for commenting, honey. Honey, you learn something new every day. But he said that he got Taylor and he's trying to do right. Kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. He was like, let's get out of here so I can crack on my back. She was like, wait a minute now. How did the battery dead? See, her car said, I'll get you there. But you're going to need some help getting back. Child, honey, I've been there. I have been there several times, honey. You be somewhere and the battery goes dead. Oh, it's awful. It is the worst. So anyway, they got some help to jump off the car and off they go. Not much to tell with these two. Let's move on. Child, let's talk about Kevin and Tiffany, child. Now, again, y'all commented last week about Kayla using the N-word. Now, I didn't even pay that any attention. So, of course, the Love After Lockup producers replayed it. Kayla, I'm going to need for somebody to bust you in your mouth. I don't know who you think you are. You just going around saying the N-word. Cray, Kayla. See, they already portrayed you in a bad light. You look like somebody's stalker. Clingy, times 5. And you sound and look like you're cray. Now you think you're going to drop the N-word? You can go straight to H-E-double hockey sticks. I don't know why this fascination with dropping the N-word. It was dropped by, Harry's family. I'll get to them later. So here is Kevin. He with his homeboys, okay? He's talking about going to pick up Tiffany. He out there on social media talking about, hey, I'm here with my homies. I'm getting drunk, getting hooked up. So, of course, this goes out, and that sends an alert to Cray Kayla to get all diddied up and going down there. So she shows up. And then he was like, well, you know, I was putting it on social media, and she got some friends that work at the bar, and they probably tipped her off. Listen here, Kevin. If you don't want your fatal attraction to find out where you are, don't put it on social media. And another thing, Kevin, this is your doing. If you don't want to have anything to do with Kayla, quit sleeping with her. Kayla said that they just slept together that Sunday. What type of peen you got, Kevin? You got this girl out here keeping a good eye on you. Kevin got that pain on her. So Kevin and her is talking. And Kevin's like, look, you can't keep doing this. Me and you are not together. We are just friends. I gotta move on for you. She was like, oh, you got another B? Oh, you got, where's she at? Cause see, I'm here. See, I seen it on Snapchat, Instagram, but where's she at? Facebook, where's she at? See, I'm here. He was like, no. Cause see, of course, he ain't telling Kayla about Tiffany. Or she have been done slashed somebody else's tires. Or as his homeboy said, bust out windows. I bust the windows out your car. So they're going back and forth about what they are. Kayla said she loved this dude. Kayla said they have broken up, got back together, broken up, got back together, broken up, got back together. And now they're friends with benefits. She said, I know he want me. I know he love me. He can't leave me alone. She said now he wants to be friends, but don't you worry. Sooner or later, we're going to be friends with benefits. And she's absolutely right. Kevin can't let go of that coach. Leave it alone. So it's time to pick up Tiffany. He done got him a little hotel room. He goes to the prison, and guess what? Tiffany is not getting out, child. He done called the prison, and they said she ain't getting out today. She ain't getting out tomorrow. In fact, we don't know when she getting out. It may be 2025. He said, excuse me. Because, see, he went on the website. They said the reason why she's not getting out is disciplinary reasons. Honey, Kayla done went up in that prison, child. Day before she done got out 2 days and she done snatched somebody's ball. Kayla up in there fighting. She was either up in there fighting or they found some contraband on her, child. Y'all think Kayla getting out? I mean, not Kayla. I'm sorry. Have I been saying Kayla? Tiffany. Child, y'all think Tiffany getting out? We shall see. Let's move on. I told y'all I'm not going to keep y'all. Let's talk about Kayla Martell. Now, we got Kayla at somebody's good old bus station, honey, in a cute little white dress. Just as clean and white. And then she got a nerve to put those atrocious travesty of some shoes on her feet. Now, Kayla, you know better. You know you can't be wearing them kind of shoes at no bus station. You gotta be standing up, and then here you go with those cheap shoes. Where y'all think that Kayla got them shoes from? Put it in the comments. Talk about my feet hurt. Of course they hurt. But see, that's not the best part of this ensemble. Kayla got a nerve to say that she ain't got no drawers on. And for the ones who don't know, drawers equal panties. You standing now at a dusty, nasty bus station with no panties on. And then she had the nerve to sit down because her feet hurt from them cheap ass shoes on a bus station rail. Or as I like to call it, the COVID rail. Why are you sitting on a COVID rail? Why are you sitting on a C-19 rail with no drawers on, Kayla? And why are you out in the public with no panties on with that little bitty dress? What if you would have tripped and fell? So she waiting on Martell. Of course, she been waiting there for over 2 hours. Martell finally shows up. Martell is a big dude, honey. He got out there and I was like, oh. Honey, Martell, big child. He got out, I was like, okay, Martell's not bad looking. But then, it's this, y'all. Now listen, I know some people find that attractive. To each his own. But y'all, I can't do nothing with the gold. I cannot do nothing with the gold. It's a turn off for me. Why you got all that in your mouth? It just looks like your breath stink. It looked like you just packed up it. I can't do it. So she is happy to see, Martell, kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. Martell said, listen, I come from a well-off family. My family got money. Martell, you come from a good, well-off family and you still end up incarcerated, child, I guess. He said that him and his cousin was up in North Carolina, put your hands up, okay? And honey, in their vehicle was crack, cocaine, and guns. But see, he said that he was profiled and he was allegedly speeding. He got 13 years. See, Martell, that's what happens when you have drugs and guns in your vehicle and you're speeding. You're supposed to be going 50. But he said he wasn't doing all that. He was profiled. Okay. So it's time to go back to the hotel room, and honey, it's time to get it in. Because see, it's been 13 years for him. Now, he thinks it's been 13 years for Kayla. We already know. Kayla done dropped the ball. Did y'all peep this? She said it's been a year and 3 months or 8 months or whatever the last time she done had sex. And she used the term guys. No judgment. That's what she said. I didn't say that. She said that. We'll see how Martell takes the news. Martell, do you really believe that Kayla waited 13 years for you? She went 13 years without having sex. Okay. Huh? Honey, I know some people who can't go 13 days. 3 days. Let's move on. Last and certainly least, Andy. You ain't about this life, Andy. Andy, this ain't for you. Andy, I don't know how many times I need to say this to you. Go home. This is not going to end well. Harry haven't even been out an hour. Now his family is back home cooking a home-cooked meal. It's 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning. And here is Harry. Talk about, I don't want no mofongo. I don't even like mofongo. Basically, I don't like my family. I've been in jail, in prison for 5 years. And not one time did my family come visit me. But now all of a sudden, they try to make me a home-cooked meal. I think not. Do y'all know the word resentment? Harry will forever resent them for that. That's just a fact. Did y'all hear it in his voice? Did y'all see it in his face? He's hurt that his family wasn't there for him. So, they riding around. He said, listen, the only thing I need is a chicken burger and some fries. So they're at a fast food joint. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So then he says that he needs to get the homies at the halfway house some cheeseburgers. Is that right, Harry? I'm sorry. Huh? And secondly, and he driving. How long he got his license, y'all? Harry got his license. I guess he was behind the wheel. Also, who paid for the chicken sandwich and the fries? And she was eating her some good old Popeyes. Who paid for the homies at the halfway house burgers? Who got money? Was it the producers? Was it you, Harry, or was it you, Indy? So the family is back home. We got the mama and the sisters. They cooking. They're waiting. The sisters like, where are you at? It is almost 3 in the morning. We've been waiting for you. This is very inconsiderate. He was like, man, don't even bother. Listen, I went and I got my homie's cheeseburger. She said, what? She said, you rather go look out for your friends than your family. And he was like, family? He was like, where was my family when I was locked up for 5 years? So they finally get inside of the house. Indy is scratching her head, honey. Indy said, look, I am stuck in the middle. I come from a close-knit family. We don't argue. We don't fuss. We don't cut a shine. And they are showing up and showing out. And he ain't even been out for 3 hours. She said, oh, I just don't know about this. This is done tore my nerves up. Meanwhile, her daughter has been there the whole time while she's riding around Ohio getting burgers. So the mom and the sister done left. Selfish. They said he's selfish, inconsiderate. How dare him? So they mad. They done tipped. They done put their feet to the street. And baby, that sister, what's her name? Lydia, she lit in on him. She said, you got your effing nerve. We've been here cooking for you, waiting for you, and you out there feeding your friends instead of coming and getting a home-cooked meal. It's 3 in the motherfucking morning. He said, man, shut the F up. It was no hey. It was no hug. It was no affection. It was no love. Your brother had been locked up for 5 years, and it was no type of love show, no caring, no nothing. Nothing. And then Lydia is like, you know, that just shows that he's selfish. He don't miss us. And I'm like, wow. This family have a backstory. This family, they got a backstory. I mean, this family is broken. You can tell this family's broken. And here's Indy. So it was some strain. It was tension. It was just a mess. So he leaves. He's drinking. He's walking. And he was like, man, Indy was like, what are we going to do? You know, the sister just feels like you owe her an apology for being inconsiderate. He said, what am I owe her an apology for? He said, I did nothing wrong. Harry said, I did nothing wrong. So, here is Indy dragging the baby out of the bed at 3 in the morning, and they go into a hotel. Even though he paroled out to his sister's house. So it's the next morning, and Indy and Harry is talking about how they did the bump, bump, bump the night before while the baby was asleep in a pullout next to them. And they had the sex while the baby was in the room. Now, I'm not going to say nothing, y'all. I'm going to leave that to y'all in the comments. What's wrong with these youngins? They always talking about people my particular age ain't hit with the times. Let me tell y'all something. Honey, youngins, listen up. My age group, we know how to get down with the get down. Instead of y'all riding around Ohio all kinds of night getting burgers from some other people, why didn't y'all hit the back seat? Could have dusted that off in 10, 15 minutes. And if you know what you're doing, he could have slid that seat back, put that leg up over. But y'all riding around in the rain getting burgers and chicken for Popeyes. Foolish. Let the older generation educate you. Because, honey, somebody need to. Oh. So here they are. She gets a phone call from the sister. The sister already, she's still bad. She said, man, you tripping. And let's not forget, she also said the N-word. He said the N-word. So she says that the PO done called her looking for him because he didn't check in. Harry, you got one job to do. One job. Check in with your parole officer. So the parole officer said, you didn't check in. You're supposed to be at your sister's house, and then I find out that you're in a hotel with your prison pen pal. How did the PO say that's a pen pal? How dare you, sir? She is not a pen pal. She is spiritual wife. Honey, that flew all over Indy. How dare him? I'm not a pen pal. So, for Harry's punishment, because Harry said it slipped his mind. You're not starting out too well, Harry. So the PO said, well, let me tell you what didn't slip my mind. You're supposed to check in. You knew this. You're at a hotel. You're getting ankle monitored. Period. So now Harry got to get ankle monitored, and if he keeps cutting up, he going back to the halfway house, or worse, back to jail. Here's Indy. I just don't understand why he called me a pen pal. I don't understand why he's telling you what to do. Harry said, girl, let me educate you. I'm on parole for 15 years. That man can tell me whatever he wants to tell me. He got my life. He tell me to go left, I go left. He tell me to go right, I go right. He's going to tell me what I need to do. What don't you understand? You ain't ready for this, child. You are not ready for this. And he's exactly right. Indy done had a breakdown in the car. She done seen the family fussing and fighting. She got the baby here and there everywhere. Child, Indy. Y'all, this ain't gonna end well. That's it, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye!